If music be the food of love, play on. I have somebody special this afternoon with me. He's someone who gives voice and also noise to music. With me, DJ Bhanu. Bhanu, my first question to you is before you even say hi, is like in the court of justice, people still call you DJ Bhanu, wherein you are an entrepreneur Bhanu. So the objection sustained or remains?
It's not an objection. It's a compliment, I would say.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, from a beginning, setting up to what we started, where people didn't know what DJing was way back in 97, 98, and carrying that brand for about 30 years, I definitely feel it's a big compliment Ludhiana and the people of Punjab have given us. Given me, rather, I would say that.
राइट सो अभी जब आपके बच्चों से कोई पूछता है कि आपके पापा का प्रोफेशन क्या है तो वो ये बोलते हैं मेरे पापा डीजे भानु है.
I guess, हाँ, initial thought तो यही निकलता है, but then they have to give an explanation कि okay, we have diversified into events, we have diversified into weddings and stuff.
Yes. So let's start with your genre of music. गाने सभी सुनते थे लेकिन 90s में एक जो डीजेज होते थे उनका एक अलग ही पहचान होती थी. अब तो खैर डीजे वाला बाबू मेरा गाना बजा दो हो चुका है लेकिन एक टाइम पे डीजे रेयर होते थे और दे वर सॉट आफ्टर. सो एज लेट्स टॉक अबाउट भानु एज अ डीजे. सो व्हाट डिफरेंस डू यू सी इन म्यूजिक एंड मोर देन म्यूजिक द माइंडसेट?
See, initially when music started, people started listening to music. Music was always there.
Yes.
There was music which was Bollywood, there was music which was Punjabi, and there was music which was Western. So you had legends in all three genres.
Yes.
You had Gurdas Mann ji for Punjabi. You had the likes of Asha Bhonsle and Lata Mangeshkar and Sukhwinder, and to the likes of Bollywood. And 70s, 80s, you had the retro music. You had ABBA,
Right.
Boney M, Nat King Cole. They were legends.
Yes.
And obviously, when you have legends, you keep listening to their music.
Yes.
Unless and until a new blockbuster comes in. See, eventually, every year you have new music coming in, new trends coming in. So, जब तक कोई blockbuster आता है, how many in a year? Maybe 5, 7, 10 in a year. You play them, what next?
Right.
You go back to the classics. So that's how
So
I would
classic
summarize
remains.
it. Classic, that's why they say old is gold and it'll remain like that.
It'll
You just
remain.
need to have the right time to play it.
Yes.
You just can't start a party with old classics. You have to figure out what is happening.
Yes.
What is the profile that you're playing to? What is the age group that is listening to? And then accordingly, you change the genre of the music.
Yeah. So, would you agree with me if I have to tell you that there came a phase wherein the youngsters moved towards different tracks, but now they're coming back to the OGs? Is that so? The original one? Do you feel
I
that?
would like to differ on a bit. The youngsters have their own mindset. We don't call them youngsters anymore. We call them Gen Z. So Gen Z has their own kind of outlook towards music. They relate to songs that they feel are a part of their life. That is why, you have the likes of Pratik Kuhar, you have Anuv Jain, independent musicians, Talwinder,
Right.
who are not part of any industry. They're not
Correct.
Bollywood, they're not Bollywood,
And they're
they're not,
so well, yeah.
and they have a cult. It's a
Yes.
fan following that is
Yes,
happening.
yes.
And this whole credit goes to the Gen Z.
So I have, for one question, it has two branches here. So one, I would pick up the first one. So let's talk about first, respect for an artist. When you started in the 90s, you're talking about now 2026. Do you think it has diminished or it depends कि किस artist को respect देनी है या किसको नहीं देनी है?
I don't think that, kisko respect deni hai. It's just the way you present yourself is how people.
It depends a lot on the artist.
It depends a lot how he is in public, how is he in his personal life, and you have to command that respect.
How do you handle your fame? You want to say defines.
Fame is one part, and also how you handle yourself with a person who might be a super rich person and a person who's a big fan of you and is there to attend your show.
Yeah.
I mean, that behavior is going to define what a person you are, and the fan following follows accordingly.
Yeah, so coming to the same point, जो मैं बात को अब थोड़ा खुल के करना चाहूँगी कि देखिए अगर हम शादियों की बात करें है ना तो एक वो मेंटालिटी होती है कि भाई साहब हमने पैसे दिए हैं तो हमने आर्टिस्ट को खरीद लिया है.
ये होती थी कुछ लोगों में और अभी भी रहेगी. You can't change this. I would say it's become much better.
It has become better.
95% of the people have started giving the due respect deserved to the artist, to the timings, and that's because they want the function to be a super duper hit. 5% people still feel that okay, so we paid, so we bought you. But then उनके साथ generally what I have seen or what I have experienced is, फिर then the artist also behaves like that. Let's assume it's a 70-minute set. He will be off stage at 70.01 even if the floor is full. Because he's been fingered the wrong way.
Yes. So अब जैसे पीछे एक नूरा सिस्टर्स का भी एक वीडियो आया था जिसमें एक बच्चा, छोटा सा बच्चा जाके पैसे उड़ा रहा है आर्टिस्ट के ऊपर. तो अभी भी जो आर्टिस्ट हैं दे ऑब्जेक्ट टू इट. और कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हाट ट्रिगर्स एन आर्टिस्ट? जैसे आपने बोला कि आर्टिस्ट भी तभी परफॉर्म करेगा अगर आप उनको ड्यू वैल्यू देंगे एंड वेटेज देंगे एंड यू रिस्पेक्ट दैट.
ओके, सो यू नो ये जो आपने अभी वीडियो की बात की, ये ना सम पार्ट्स ऑफ द कंट्री में बहुत प्रेवलेंट है.
राइट, आई एग्री विद यू.
एंड इफ आई टॉक अबाउट अ आर्टिस्ट फ्रॉम बॉम्बे, अगर उसकी स्टेज पे आके कोई पैसे उछालता है तो उसकी मैनेजमेंट पोलाइटली बोलती है कि मत करो नहीं तो हमारा आर्टिस्ट नहीं गाएगा. विज़-अ-वी हमारे कुछ आर्टिस्ट हैं who do not mind it. They've grown up with this.
Yes.
They feel that it's with their अपनी खुशी से एक आदमी अपने हिसाब से अपने पैसे उन पे निछावर कर रहा है, तो उनको उसमें they don't mind it. What triggers an artist is when he's singing and somebody comes in and pulls him apart and says मेरी फोटो खिंचाओ. अब सेल्फी है, पहले फोटो खिंचाओ. Putting an arm around his shoulder. You don't even know him from Adams. You're a guest who's just gone on stage because whatever reason you have, and then you're triggering him off. वो एक गाने के मोड में है, एक उसका एक मोमेंटम बना हुआ है, and suddenly has to take a break and do it. So that really sometimes triggers off an artist. It puts him off. आजकल सेल्फी है.
Right.
Everybody, even after getting a picture, would want a selfie.
Yeah.
Maybe twice, maybe thrice. कभी उस एंगल से आ जाएगा, कभी इस एंगल से आ जाएगा. That also triggers an artist. Yes. And then there are times when you can tell the security to intervene.
Invading personal
but
space.
You cannot even ask them to कुछ नहीं. You can't do anything about it. Just politely say and leave. Or tell the host that फिर पूरा 90 minutes of the photo ही खिंचा लो.
Right.
Why sing?
Yes, why sing?
Everybody just wants a picture, get it done.
Yeah.
I'm happy, you are happy, let's get it done.
So Bhanu, let's talk about your experiences. आपका कितना, मेरे ख्याल से 30 साल से ज़्यादा का experience?
We're going to be completing about 30 years next
30
year.
30 so almost 30 years. तो बात करते हैं आपकी जो आपको लगता है, why don't you share with our audience कि सबसे ज़्यादा जो इवेंट था जो आपको हमेशा याद रहता है, एक जिसने बोला कि शुक्र है अब ये इवेंट ख़त्म हुआ, और दूसरा contrary, oh my god what an event. I'm sure you would have a list, but हर किसी के एक दो पर्सनल हमेशा होते हैं जो फेवरेट रहते हैं या लीस्ट फेवरेट रहते हैं.
So जो हमारी एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री है ना, it looks very glamorous and it is. But what happens behind the glamour is something that is going to be answerable to your question that you asked. अब क्या होता है, we had this very big senior artist who's given a blockbuster. So my client booked him. 2 days ago, before the show, he says, boss, I cannot perform in this show for reasons best known to him. Now it's not that these money is safe. Whatever advances the client has given, he is going to get it back from me. That's the goodwill that we have. So that is not an issue. Now the point is, who's going to face the client and tell him what?
Who is going to hear this music?
So what happens is, that's the toughest job to do, because the couple, the family has already informed the near and dear ones that the so and so celebrity is going to come and perform for my. And what do you do? So what you do is, you either take an artist on the call and let the client handle it, or he sends a video bite congratulating you and saying that he'll come down over and have a cup of tea and a dinner with you and sort out the and as a replacement, he generally, for our case, we ask the client, what do you want instead of that? And then we sort that out with them.
Correct.
But the worst part that जो सबसे ज़्यादा hurt करता है, that personal reason is somebody else's show.
Oh.
And when the client gets to know about it, is like disaster.
But isn't there a law that
no, but
that can,
all contracts are in the favor of the artist. Major force, sickness. What if he presents a medical certificate saying that I'm unwell? I've got a sore throat, I can't sing. I have a spasm in my leg, I can't dance. So you don't have anything that you can do. The only thing that you can do is get your money back and a replacement if you wish to take it from the artist. So that's generally doesn't happen, but once in a blue moon happens every 1 decade.
Yeah, but coming back to the question, अभी तक आपका कोई ऐसा experience कि आपको लगा शुक्र है ये show खत्म हुआ? Of course, not naming the artist, but
different occasions, different reasons होते हैं कि शुक्र है यार अभी we're done with it. Let's just get over with it. होते रहते हैं. These keep happening once in 3-4 years. कुछ ना कुछ होता रहता है. Predominantly, sometimes the artist is late. Sometimes the barat's late, the call times are different, everything has happened, and then there is one guy in the family who would create an unnecessary fuss about the thing.
Correct.
So it was part and parcel of the game, so we've kind of taken it over the stride.
Who is your favorite artist? कि अगर client ने बोला है, bring him on, you're like, wow, I'm comfortable. He's the best.
The list is endless. See, in 30 years, we've had, it's more than a artist, it's more like a family and a friendly relationship. So I would suggest that, from the guys who are ruling the barat and the cocktail, we have Sukhbir Paji, we have Manj RDB, we have Navraj Hans, and from the senior artists who do more soulful music, Dr. Satinder Sachal,
yes.
Absolutely amazing. Jasbir Jasipaji, absolutely 4 decades of fame, and obviously Gurdas Manji. We started a live sound set with him, so there are a few.
We started with him.
The live.
When
we took a switch from DJing to doing live sound, our first artist to do a couple of years of touring with him was Mansab.
So I think you mentioned about the energy with which Sukhbir sings and what he does after the event is over. Would you like to share that?
So I think Sukhbir Paji is one of the most humble, talented, and a very, very thorough gentleman. He has a very simple lifestyle. He is a high energy performer. All his songs have been super energy. People call him the Prince of Bhangra that's the reason they do. So whatever shows we've done with him, and we've been fortunate enough to see what he does is that, he's all sweaty when he wraps up the event.
Yeah, naturally.
And unlike other people, Sukhbir Paji does about 25 minutes of stretching. All different.
Once the event is over.
Yeah, because he stretches. He stretches every part of his possible body. You call it yoga, you call it stretching, whatever it is, but 20-25 minutes to cool down, Paji stretches. Something that I've seen, it's a phenomenon.
Oh, that is quite inspiring.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. And very disciplined in his eating as well.
Oh, wonderful.
Vegan, teetotaler.
So what about the younger lot? Are they as committed as the icons or people that they've watched perform?
Yeah, because all these younger lots, especially the Gen Z artists they're all very fitness freaks. So they're all very, very disciplined in their lifestyles. All very disciplined. Okay. You have your cheat days, you have your party days, but when it comes to profession, when it comes to looking good, when it comes to maintaining yourself, I think all of them are very, very disciplined in what they do. That's the bread and butter.
भानु, हम चाहेंगे कि आप कोई ऐसा इंसिडेंट शेयर करो कि आपने कोई रील सुनी हो, not really someone very famous, because I think for an event आपके पास हर कैटेगरी का आर्टिस्ट आता है, someone who's struggling or trying to become successful, and someone who's successful, or someone who's at the pinnacle of success. So आपने कोई ऐसा आर्टिस्ट का शो रील देखा हो कि गाना तो बड़ा अच्छा गाया, but जब लाइव गाया तो ये क्या हो गया? As audience also we feel sometimes, अरे ये तो बहुत बेसुरा हो गया.
I don't think it's going to be fair for me to name anybody.
Without naming, of course.
So we have a few people that, who want to be trying to connect and be somebody like Diljit Dosanjh Paji, who's reached the pinnacle of his career. I mean, he's become a superstar internationally. So we've had people doing it and, trying hard to do it. And when it comes to singing, the auto-tune also fails.
So what do? Damage control. अरे ये तो मुझे ही नहीं सुनने में अच्छा लग रहा, तो मेरे तो client will be offended.
It's everybody knows about. They know their own shortcomings. They have to work on it. People who strive towards working towards overcoming their shortcomings will definitely get better with every show. People who do not want to do it will eventually have no shows left.
I think अगर आप किसी भी event में जाएंगे, चाहे वो पंजाब हो, लुधियाना in particular, from where you started, और चाहे anywhere in India or abroad, you will see one man, दाढ़ी वाले हमारे बाबा जी जो घूम रहे होंगे भानु इधर से उधर घूम रहे होंगे. But Bhanu, now this you have to answer. Monosyllable. Okay, not like they all are good. I want a monosyllable. आप कब इतने सारे इवेंट्स करते हैं, आई थिंक एवरी डे इज अ न्यू डे एंड अ न्यू चैलेंज फॉर यू, न्यू आर्टिस्ट फॉर यू. वो कौन सा आर्टिस्ट है जब वो परफॉर्म करते हैं तो आप भी थम जाते हैं और उन्हें सुनते रहे?
Undoubtedly, without saying, nowadays is Dr. Satinder Sartaaj, जिनको सुनते हैं और जिनको देख के खुश होते हैं. Very dear friend, brother Sagar Bhatia.
Okay, both.
That guy can actually liven up a dead party.
Really?
Absolutely.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so भानु, अब अगर हम बात करें, ये तो आर्टिस्ट अच्छे हैं, लेकिन आर्टिस्ट हैं चाहे वो आज से 50 साल पहले थे या अब है, जेन जी हो गए, मिलेनियल्स हो गए, उनसे पहले हो गए बेबी जनरेशन एक्स या बेबी बूमर्स भी हो गए. सो अब ये जो आर्टिस्ट हैं जब कभी टैंट्रम्स पे आ जाते हैं कि भाई साहब आज तो हमने पूरा अपना जो टैंट्रम का बाजार है वो लेके यहीं बैठ जाना है, हाउ डिफिकल्ट इट इज़, और डज एक्सपीरियंस कम इन हैंड, और you have to really flow with it and think through, or probably think on feet?
See, technically, कोई artist tantrum नहीं throw करता.
नहीं करते?
It's the management. Because why do they get upset? They've given you a checklist.
Yes.
They've given you a rider. They've given you a hospitality rider. They've given you a ground rider, your a travel rider. Now, if they've asked for pranam services, why is it not being done? If it is not being done, they get a little pissed.
Which services?
Pranam services. That's the meet and greet services at the airport nowadays.
Oh, yeah,
so
pranam.
that's a
Pranam. Huh.
So that's a quick win, get in a quick getaway.
Okay. So, please tell us what is this pranam service? I have
so pranam services started about 3 years ago, where you, me, anybody can go for it. So the moment that you land from the aircraft, you just there have the team from the airport authorities to fetch you, take you to the lounge, get your luggage out, seat you, and usher you out and usher you in without like a VIP. Okay. It's predominantly, if I name it in a different shorter version, it's called a VIP treatment. That right from the aircraft to boarding back to the aircraft, and getting your security clearances and everything is done by the team that you hire.
Oh.
So all the celebs now, recently, in the last 2 years, have asked for pranam services. That's a meet and greet in a layman's language.
Okay.
At the airport authorities do the meet and greet. Different companies have been hired to do this. So her airport pe different protocol hai.
Okay.
Obviously, they don't want to be get mobbed.
Yes.
Airport travel hai, last night ki flight hai,
yes.
subah tum bina makeup ke aa rahe ho. You don't want to be seen, or you're not, you're just in your tracksuits and stuff like that. You don't want to be seen. So pranam services, if you can, and if it's not adhered to, the management does take an offense to it. Ki why is it not done?
Oh, all right.
Then coming back to a hospitality rider, if they asked for a suite with a special washroom, it's a different story if it's not available. All these big celebrities have their own set of managers. It's just not one manager who's sitting on the internet and checking what is available. Let's assume that, we have a guy, let's talk about a guy who wants to come and perform. A guest hires a big artist to come and perform, and he will ask for a celebrity, he will ask for a presidential suite.
And you tell them it's not available, they will know.
Yes, because they'll just quickly Google and you'll get one in Park Plaza, you'll get the Latala suite. In Hyatt, you have presidential suite. Only thing, it's obscenely expensive. अब वो है तो बोलेंगे when it is available. Or you tell them that, when we're dealing with you, that you will not get the presidential suite, you can get the 2 interconnecting suites. So whatever is communicated has to be fulfilled.
Has to be fulfilled.
So that's another thing that,
the artist, yes. Naturally.
And now it comes to the latest whims and fancies, the car. Now, every manager would want a car which is not more than 2 years old.
Oh, really?
अब वो GLS चाहिए तो 2025 चाहिए. The latest craze is to have a Wellfire. Everybody wants a Wellfire because of the super comfort, and I don't blame them because they are doing back-to-back shows.
Yes.
So, अगर आप ये चीजें नहीं करते, then it's a tantrum, and tantrum with the agency. For a client, it will be a tantrum when you become. Okay, you say that, okay, we'll bypass the event company and we'll book directly.
Okay.
Instagram है, सबके numbers हैं.
Right.
It's not realizing कि it's not a cup of tea.
Yes, managing an artist.
You have multiple flight changes. You have multiple queries coming in between, which then that is the term when it comes, यार ये तो बहुत tantrum throw करता. ये because आप directly deal कर रहे हो. Event agency का रोज का काम है.
Correct.
You know, we know what is to be done. A drummer is not well, he is unavailable, the drummer's replacement has to be there.
Right.
So ticket will change. And this is a kind of a cost that you need to tell the client in advance कि ये tickets बदलेंगी. So take a buffer of it.
Correct.
Or if you want to be safe, then do refundable tickets. एक cancel हुई तो दूसरी book हो गई. You don't lose money on that.
Right.
So small things like, and then the last part, the most important, the tech. If the tech is not given, the technical requirement is this stage.
A technical requirement of the stage,
On stage,
which of course has to be
is not full. Some of the artists don't even perform.
They don't even perform.
वो कहते हैं जब हमने एक tech writer भेजा हुआ है, why is it not adhered to? It's going to hamper our performance and we don't want to do it. Simple. 90% of them accept that if Coke is not available, Pepsi would be.
Yeah.
Sure का mic नहीं है, but the top end तो Sennheiser would be acceptable.
Sennheiser would be acceptable.
I'm just giving an example per se.
Yeah.
But if it is like some substandard thing, the artist will not perform. And then again they get labeled, यार वो तो बहुत नखरे मारता.
अच्छा. Oh.
That's what people say ना वो. So
Yes.
उसमें the artist is not at fault. It's the client who's booked it directly, or the event agency who's not been able to provide the requisite request of the artist.
So understanding the event is a PhD in itself.
Correct.
So you are Dr. Bhanu.
I am not Dr. Bhanu, but you remember we met at an event a day before yesterday.
Yes.
And afternoon lunch means an early check-in. And early check-in means that you have to do rooms for 2 days. You have to tell that to the client.
Yes.
A guy is flying down from Bombay. He's reaching Chandigarh at about 10:30. How do you expect him to do the sound check and do the afternoon show and go back the same night?
Correct.
So you call him 1 day prior
Yeah.
and then he goes the next day.
Right.
So the client needs to be briefed कि boss अगर सुबह का function है or it's a sundown or it's an afternoon, then the stay has to be for 2 days.
Great.
Unless and until the artist wants to go back early.
Correct.
The protocol would be the 2 days. But अगर वो client direct book करता है, उसका आता है यार वो तो नखरे बड़े मांग रहा है, 2 दिन के कमरे मांग रहा है. Stuff like that.
So talking about जैसे कई बार things beyond your control, like flights cancel हो गई या पीछे अभी इंडिगो का fiasco हुआ था, तो ऐसे टाइम पे किस तरह से मैनेज होता है?
Oh, the Indigo 5th December was a nightmare for the entire wedding industry. There were people, the grooms couldn't reach.
Yes. We saw one wedding happen, I think on Zoom. So, yeah.
It all depends on the client. You know, there are all ways of getting the artist. If there is a way, it costs money. So, like, we had a show in Amritsar. The artist was sitting at the Calcutta airport. So
Same day.
Same day. He had a show in Calcutta 1 day prior. So the band can be managed, you know, a supplement.
Yeah, okay, Delhi.
Obviously, Delhi or wherever can be managed. It would not be 100% there, but the show would go on.
Yeah.
So, artists, how do you get an artist from Calcutta to Amritsar? The only way is to get a charter.
Correct.
And if the client's ready to pay it, we hire one and get him there.
So, event management as a career option, and nowadays you have a lot of schools and colleges specializing only for those 3 years as a degree in event management. How do you see that, Bhanu?
It's opening up. It's good to see that colleges and schools are mushrooming. They will give you a theoretical knowledge. It's good to grab that. But actual on-field ही सीखोगे आप. You cannot. It's like, you know, you do your MD or what do you call the doctors? MBBS, right? Let's put it. But you just can't see patients right after that. You have to do an internship. So similarly with this event and wedding management, your basic theoretical knowledge is very important that you get it from a good school or college. But your things that you implement in real life by doing an internship in a good company is going to be the foundation for where you're going.
So, Bhanu, my last question for you is, event industry, pre and post COVID. जब कोविड आया था तो बहुत हिट हुई थी बिकॉज इवेंट सीधा ही खत्म हो गए थे. आप 3 से ज़्यादा लोग नहीं हो सकते और इवेंट इंडस्ट्री तो थ्राइव ही इस पे करती है कि 1000 का ऑडियंस हो. सो हाउ वाज दैट फेज फॉर यू एंड पीपल अराउंड यू एंड how did I think after that I think the industry grew by 200% is what I heard. So I want to have your perspective on that.
So COVID, everybody taught everybody a lesson in life that, you know, you need to enjoy. Life is so unpredictable. Anything can happen at any time. And I think the event industry took it very seriously. It's like bombarded right after COVID. Everybody wants to celebrate. According to
Really?
his
Wow, that's an interesting
uh,
take, Bhanu.
pre
Quite insightful.
minge a little bit on things that were not important. Doing a venue was very important कि अच्छा venue होना चाहिए. Doing a good caterer was a and he's a entertainment में एक system लगा लो जिसने dance करना है करे.
हाँ, खाना पीना
And
कपड़ा अच्छा होना
alcohol,
चाहिए. That's
obviously.
it. हाँ.
But now when it comes to entertainment, all sources of entertainment for all kind of functions that you have pre-wedding, post-wedding, haldi ceremony, people have started going in for good entertainment. Be it a crooner, be it a singer, be it a band, a performer, or a superstar, you name it, and everybody's there. It's just like kind of opened up the doors for entertainment. Also, it's also opened up doors for luxury. I had this friend of mine who is dealing currently also in second-hand luxury cars. I met him at one of our morning walking sessions. He was happy. He says, my business is shot out 20 times. People are buying luxury cars because they want to ride one before they die.
Oh, quite
So,
interesting.
similarly, everything luxury, a person wants to, make it a part of his lifestyle before he kind of kicks the bucket.
Right. So, Bhanu, concluding with the one last question that just came, I think, to me, and I really want to ask. So, we started with DJ Bhanu, and we're going to conclude with DJ Bhanu. Your favorite song across all genres, song that you like to hum and sing, and when you play, right? So, what's that one song or that mixing that you look forward to in your favorite?
One song that's been very, very close to my heart is because when we started it, I mixed it up with a couple of songs, is Staying Alive. Technically, if you take the literal meaning of the song, Staying Alive is something that you learn from the song and you want to do it. And I like to play it at every party wherever possible. If I feel the crowd's going to enjoy and listen to it, it's that one song that I really, really like and very close to my heart.
Wonderful. The show must go on, but this podcast must conclude. Thank you so much, Bhanu, for
Thank
sharing
you so
your
much, Paya, for
insights.
getting us here. I'm sorry we've been procrastinating it for a long, long time, and I'm glad we did it.
Never mind.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.